Hey gang, Randy and Monica here on I guess our weekly get together called ZTV. Rhymes. It's kind of a radio thing.
Yeah, let it go.
All right. So we're doing this weekly thing where we take a question that somebody emails us or Facebook messages us, and we got an email from a woman who heard us talking about just being roommates early in our marriage and just not connected. And she asked the question, "Hey, we've been married 25 years. Um, but we're not connected. We're roommates. It's essentially a loveless marriage. My husband's okay with it. I'm not. What do I do?" What would you say?
Wow. I think husbands are really okay in that cruising mode. They really don't want to look at themselves and work on what needs to be worked on. But what I would say is, I've been there. I have done that. It is a horrible feeling. But what I needed to do was I needed to look at me and what was I bringing to the marriage? I was negative. I was controlling. I was just a lot of ugly inside because I was so angry and bitter because I kept pointing the finger and, he wasn't doing his job and he wasn't being the spiritual leader and he. And so I really needed to ask myself, how easy am I to live with? That was one of the first questions. And so I really started to work on myself and how do I work through the anger and the bitterness. And I had a lot of childhood stuff that I had to work through, and that's what was coming out. That was really a lot of my root stuff. And in marriage, feelings of love come and go, but your marriage should not depend on your feelings. Love is a choice. I choose every day to love Randy. I choose every day, how can I serve Randy to make his day better today? And just even doing those things, those little things, it takes our marriage really to the next level, and it really starts it off on a better note. And I am, not always good at doing that. Sometimes I let that anger creep in and I take it out on him and I'm yelling at him and I'm not having empathy for him. I'm not being authentic with him, and I'm certainly not being compassionate or kind. And I think those are some of the things that really are the foundation of a marriage. Empathy. I need to put myself into his place. How is he feeling? Why is he feeling this? And let him express that to me. And being authentic. I need to express to Randy exactly how I'm feeling, but I also need to do it in a kind and compassionate way, because really that is the foundation of where you start building connection versus just the coexisting in a marriage. The average marriage communicates about 5 minutes a day, believe it or not. And you have to work on communicating. We have to shut everything else out. We have to shut out CNN. We have to shut off our phones. We have to
not ESPN.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
And even when you have small kids at home, it's really hard. They're banging at the door and mom, I need. So you need to carve out that time where you can sit down with him and say, how was your day today? Tell me about it. And so the questions that I would ask is, what does my spouse see in me? Is he seeing that kind and compassionate woman? Is he seeing a woman that's authentic and that can express herself in ways to him where he can help her? How are you speaking to him? Is it kind? Or is it you woulda, you shoulda, you coulda, why aren't you, and you're so bad? Think about how you say things, and if it's in that negative connotation, be aware of it and just change it. And then, what do I need to look at to change? Lord, what is it in me that you want me to work on? And that's really where I would start. Even when Randy didn't want to go to counseling, didn't want to reconcile, wanted to just do the cruise mode thing, I still went to counseling. I still wanted to work on myself, because I had to come to the point where no matter what happened between Randy and I wanted to be a healthy human being, a healthy mom for my kids, no matter what was going to happen here, because I didn't know.
And I was that cruising, not caring, you know, spouse, husband. And when I saw her getting healthy, I wanted some of that. And so there's a sense where, you know, you may feel like he's not watching, he's not involved, but as you start getting healthy, he's going to be drawn to that. He really is. Men want to be healed. Men want to experience Christ. And sadly, we're so wounded, we don't know what we're feeling. And so we just kind of give up. And so don't mistake his kind of not really seeming to be engaged with not caring. There's a deep desire for intimacy that all men have. And we just don't realize it. And so work on you, I guess, right?
Yeah, because it only takes one person
Yeah.
to really start to turn your marriage. And if you know, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. But I believe that if you start to really look at you and go get whatever help, find a support group, find that one friend that you can just share with what's going on and that she can speak into your life, I think that will make a huge difference.
Again, bettermarriagetoday.com, our website, and we'll see you on Facebook or on the radio. It's never too late to live happily ever after.
Bye.
Bye.